Hey guys, here's a quick midseason update for our contract league, formerly the live draft league, and just taking a look over these divisions here. We've got the tactics division with Guy on a Buffalo and Grand Sam, Papa Giorgio, all 3-2. That's Holmes, Sam, and Josh Hagan. We got Faley McFailable, that's Justin at 2-3, and Moneymaker is at 1-4. And then down here we've got Rascal at 5-0. We got Deflate This, which is Mike Casey at 3-2, CJ at 2-3. I'm at 2-3 as well, and then we've got Josh Lewis at 1-4. So some interesting things going on here. I actually think that my and Josh Lewis's rosters are both pretty solid, and I don't know why we're doing so badly. But I actually had our teams as two of the top three teams going into the year, and just pretty wrong. So looking over these divisions, though, you can see that Rascal's been pretty dominant with 5-0 to start out the season, and also scoring tied for the most points for in the league as well, tied with Papa Giorgio at 541. So looking pretty strong. We take a look quickly at the two 1-4 teams. Let's take a look at both of those. We got Juju Junior Varsity here, and that's the whole story right there. Is his keeper was Juju, and Juju has not been very good. He's probably started him every week. He's got Amari Cooper and Odell Beckham. Guess what? Odell Beckham hasn't been very good either. He was looking for those ridiculous wide receivers that he had to carry him. He's got Baker Mayfield on his team too. I mean, he's probably had a litany of issues, and that's probably has to do with why he's struggling. He's got O.J. Howard. So he's got a lot of essentially busts on his team. He does have Carson Wentz, so he's not totally sunk, but I mean he's not in great shape either. If we take a look at the Money Thinkers team, he's 1-4 as well. He's got Jameis Winston at QB, never a great sign, and then he doesn't have any other QBs on the roster, so that's what he's rolling with. He's got Elliott and he's got Hyde. I bet he's got somebody on bye. Yeah, he's got Mack on bye. He's got Saquon Barkley that's hurt, so he's got some actually ridiculous running backs in terms of start of season, and then even just Mack and Zeke's probably fine to rock with for a little while. His wide receivers are terrible, and that's probably why he's losing. His best wide receiver is Larry Fitzgerald. He does have Zach Ertz, but Zach Ertz has not gone off at all yet. He's just provided a nice serviceable floor for you. So if you have a good team, he won't make you lose, but he won't win you the week. So Moneymaker's got a lot of work to do to get out of this hole that he's in. Let's take a look at a couple of our 2-3 teams here. We've got Faley McFailboat. That's Justin's team. He keeps Julio in the third round every year. Pretty solid strategy there. He's got Deshaun Watson, who's just coming alive now, so maybe we'll see him be a little bit better. But his running backs with Mixon and Connor are not terribly exciting, and I bet that's what's causing him struggles. Jordan Howard's taken over that job, but I don't know if I'd start him this week against Minnesota. He's got a good tight end in Evan Ingram. His wide receivers, aside from Julio, Diggs and Jeffrey, haven't been too impressive, and maybe that's part of the reason why he's only 2-3. Let's take a look at Thunderbreak Regnet. That's CJ. I got Josh Allen on bye this week. I wonder what they are going to do about that. But he's got Travis Kelce, which is always nice. He's been getting it done with some weaker running backs as Aaron Jones and Phillip Lindsay, but they both look like they're coming to their own. With Tyreek Hill on the LaShawn McCoy on the roster as well. That's a nice insurance policy in case he needs to start, in case one of the guys is hurt, something 1 week like that. So if we take a look at his wide receivers, he's got Jarvis Landry, Brandon Cooks, and he's got Tyreek Hill coming back. So he's actually lucky that he's 2-3 now. With Tyreek Hill coming back, he should be able to rebound. That should help him a bit. Let's take a look at my team. My team's also 2-3. And we've got Patrick Mahomes. We got Leonard Fournette. We got Kerryon Johnson. We got Hopkins, Godwin, Ridley. I got Darren Waller at tight end. I'm happy with Darren Waller. He's been pretty good. Got Justin Tucker, Tennessee Titans. This roster's not that bad. I don't know why I keep losing. I guess Kerryon's not as good as I was expecting, but Fournette's been pretty solid, and at least I got Coleman back now. But I got to figure out something. I got to figure out my wide receiver situation. I guess I thought my wide receivers were pretty good. I've got Mahomes. I don't know why I keep losing, but I am doing it. So we take a look now at we got a lot of 3-2 teams. Let's take a look at Deflate This first. He's got Tom Brady. Philip Dorsett. I thought there were going to be more Patriots. He's often got a lot of Patriots on his roster. This is Mike Casey's team. We got Christian McCaffrey and Josh Jacobs at running back with Ronald Jones on the bench. It's not terrible. Not great either, but McCaffrey can make any running back set look great. We got Allen, Lockett, Dorsett, Metcalf Aguilar. His wide receivers aren't amazing. That's probably because Antonio Brown, he's probably expecting him to play football. And can't count on Antonio Brown. That's if we learned anything. Unless you're hoping for him to ejaculate on your back while you're watching a church video on your iPad, in which case, count him in. All right, so we'll take a look at Papa Giorgio's team. He's got Jared Goff. He's also got, that's it. People rolling with Goff, man. They just have Goff on their team. They don't have another quarterback. I don't understand it. All right, so we got Chris Carson and Eckler, both pretty solid, especially Eckler previous in the season. But Damian Williams is coming back off of that injury, so he'll probably be fine. Wisely, Michelle on the bench because who can trust the Patriots running backs? Michael Thomas, he's got Sharkey starting, Boyd. His team doesn't look that great, but it doesn't look that bad either. He's got solid running backs. He always got the New England defense. That's helpful in this league because you can get those extra points for the really low scoring games, and I bet they've been good. Yeah, with 129, they're his highest scoring player on his team. Hilarious. All right, we'll take a look at the next team, and that is going to be Grand Sam. He's got Matt Ryan at QB and Aaron Rodgers, so he's got extra insurance at QB just in case. Todd Gurley and Chubb. He's still got Darwin Thompson on his team. That's interesting. He's got David Montgomery, T.Y. Hilton, Devontae Adams. He's got some good wide receivers on his team. He's got Greg Olsen at tight end. Not super excited about that, but it's not that bad. And he's got Harrison the butt kicker. Makes sense. He loves the Chiefs, so that's probably why he's got Thompson as well. With a 3-2 record, that's not bad. Sam's been very competitive in this league. I think he won this league the last 2 years. Take a look here at Guy on a Buffalo. We got Lamar Jackson at QB. He's got Daniel Jones on the bench. Just dropped Daniel Jones already. Dalvin Cook, Alvin Kamara, Mark Ingram. Good running backs. Brown, Kupp, Gordon, Anderson, McLaurin, Williams. He could use a wide receiver 1. He's got a bunch of low-end 2s and 3 wide receiver 3s. But he does have Kittle. Finally got a touchdown this week, so hopefully he'll start working again. He's got Sly, and he's got the Bears defense, so perhaps accountable for some of his scoring so far. All right, let's take a look at our best team in the league, and that is the Rascals team. That's the Special Teams Hunger Force. She's got Russell Wilson at QB, and Russell Wilson has been going off. David Johnson at running back and Derrick Henry. I didn't think Derrick Henry was going to be good at all this year, and he's been very, very good. He's got Thielen, Watkins, and Evans. Evans has been hit or miss, but when he's hit pretty hard. Watkins was really good that first week, but he's been pretty bad since then. Thielen's been going off, some of the weeks, and then some of the weeks he's been pretty pedestrian, but he hasn't been that bad. She got Melvin Gordon back, so now her running backs are nice, and she's got a good bit of depth at running back now. She's got Mark Andrews and Austin Hooper. Those are pretty solid tight ends if you're not going to have one of the very best guys. And besides her wide receivers, her team looks really strong. Seattle defense. So it's not a huge, crazy thing that she's 5-0 with a team like that. She gets to play Moneymaker this week, which, I can't imagine that going too well for him. He's 1-4 and probably about to head to 1-5. I think I'm going to definitely pick her to win that division there. And let me think about this. I think I actually might go with probably got to go with Sam. Got to go with the perennial all-star over here to win this division at this stage in the season, and we'll see where we go coming to the next few weeks. I'll try to do another one of these videos in Week 10.